Okay, finally. It's been some time now, so we are actually approaching the final week of the update, but thankfully I was able to get his attack bond right on time. Anyways, hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome to a new showcase, character showcase or hero showcase I mean. Anyways, today we're gonna take a look at Ymir. Yep, finally that time. So I was wondering when is it gonna be because I am missing Leo Beck for his attack bond, so I wasn't able to do that whenever the first time when I got him, like on the first week. So now when I got Leo back, I can finally complete Ymir's showcase. So yep. So the reason why I'm gonna wait for that is because honestly it won't be a fair comparison like when it comes to when it comes to like missing attack bonds. I want him to have like a full potential for this. So let's see what he has in his kit. So anyways, the skills. So he comes with three unique ones. Well, of course, the third one will be unlocked through 3C, like through Awakening. I mean, anyways, he has Sacred Portal Ward. Basically, it's like a thing where it will dispel one, and the passive is that it will dispel one debuff from ally units within 3 blocks of him. And also, if it was dispelled, he'll gain 1 stack of the Raging Surge, which will be pretty good for him because, for one, it allows him to build him further to allow him to act again as long as he has 4 of those while in the danger zone. So you can think of this like pretty insane. Also, this is also treated as an act again skill if certain condition is met. So like, for example, like this one restores 30% of his HP, as well as giving him 4 random buffs and 4 random debuffs, and those debuffs will be converted into Raging Surges. So yeah, you can tell that this is gonna be an instant act again if you do the certain conditions. So to effectively use this skill, make sure Ymir stands in the danger zone while using it, because if you don't stand in danger zone, you're not gonna act again. But the next time you enter danger zone, you will act again. So just keep that in mind. And he also has the Infernal Judgment, which is the other skill he has. This is a single target skill. It's a single target attack dealing 1.5 times damage. If the enemy has a debuff or any kind, unit's attack is increased by 20% during this battle. Before entering battle, applies a number of random debuffs to the enemy equal to the amount of Raging Surge attack stacks on the casting, up to 4. So that depending on how many of those Raging Surge he has, he will inflict the amount of debuffs on them. So yeah, you can imagine having him with like 4 or more. He is gonna go to town like that, like doing a lot of debuffs on the enemy and then potentially killing them. Even kind of think about it. And then we will talk about his 3C later because we're going to talk about his common skills. So he comes with Roar, which is the traditional infantry kind of a skill. But since Ymir doesn't have infantry, it's pretty alright for him because he actually needs something to dispel the enemy buffs. So this is one way to do it. Dispel 2 buffs. I think the other one does it too, but wait, no, never mind. It does not. Okay. Anyways, he also has Bloodbath, which basically increases his attack and defense by 10% when his HP is lower than the enemy, which sometimes could be helpful, but I think most of the time you don't want to run that because you want to run this skill. And then he has Attack Intimidate, which is basically a command or passive. Basically, it inflicts the attack and debuff on all enemies within 2 blocks by 15%. And this will stay there for 1 round, so 1 turn, I mean. And he also comes with Iron Fist, which is a guard skill, physical guard, I mean. So yeah, this is basically the same one as most of the physical guards, like Altemuller. I believe Bernhard has it too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, these ones aren't the best guard, but however, they're nice backup options. And then we also have consecration. I think that's how you call it. It's not concentration because that's not what it's spelled like. So, anyways, this one's like a healing passive with a 40% chance of activating, and this does not heal himself. So just keep that in mind. It's just for your allies. And now let's talk about his 3C, which we'll talk about very soon because I did play around with this on my one of my alt account in Soul Memory, and I gotta say this skill is pretty insane. Like gains mobility +2 when not possessing Radiant Shackles. So yeah, if you have this already and with a 3C equipped, you will be able to move further than you normally would, so, which is pretty awesome. So like this only affects if you like act again through the talent thing. So you get the idea. And this is a really powerful single target attack. And also when the enemy has a debuff, they cannot trigger their fatal damage resistant effect. So that means the revive has been disabled, but this only works in PvP. So if you try to do it in PvE, it's not gonna work. So yeah, that only works in PvP. So just keep that in mind. And let's see what his animation looks like. Pretty okay, but not the best. So anyways, we're gonna try to unlock it. Oh, and by the way, before we go, I want to show you what equipment that I gave him. So this is the set I gave him, and the enchantment I gave him was a meteor, which I noticed some people run him with other enchants like breeze. I think full moon is another option, and and I don't think clock is it because his cooldown aren't that long. So I don't know. So anyways, I chose meteor because I wanted him to hit really hard, like with the crit, and also when attacking units with HP above 60%, all damage dealt after entering combat plus 20%. So yeah, the meteor for his purpose is that when he's fighting with like a with the HP with units with a like 60% HP, like higher than that, he's gonna do a lot of damage. So that's the whole idea for him. So he is less of an RNG than anything. And I use Bone Crusher's Hammer as his weapon, which most people would run like this because it's really strong for him. Tiamat's Blessing if you're going mixed forces, but currently I'm not mixed forces, but just in case if I want to go mixed forces, this will be helpful. We also have Fury of Tear, which is the one that will boost my skill damage, which is pretty awesome. And also Apostle of Doom, which is some people say like in the beginning not many units are using this, but I could see a bit of a potential for him using this. Like basically, it reduces one of the random stats of the enemy by 30%. So this could be anything aside from HP. So yeah, you can imagine this one could be really helpful for you. So like if you're lucky, the RNG could be on your side and remove 30% of the enemy's defense and magic defense, or either one of the two, depending on for Ymir, he'll need defense reduction on the enemy for this to be lucky RNG. You get the idea. So anyways, let's go to the Awakened stage, but let me check the castings really quick. Yeah, he's kind of behind, so I'm gonna try to upgrade these really quick. Hopefully it won't take too long because I need Ymir to be at his best out there, and I can't upgrade that all the way. That's fine. Can't get that either. All right then. I guess we'll work with whatever we have. But I mean, I feel confident of beating this because my overall power is actually pretty strong here. So anyways, we'll be rocking with Ymir, and right now we're not in mixed forces, but that's all right because Redeemers is the best soldier out there. So in that case, I think if I were those competitors that use the Ymir with Redeemers, I will opt in for a different armor because TMS Blessing is meant for those who are in mixed forces, like Bernhard, for example. The Ymir is not gonna sit well with this armor, but it's all right. This stage won't be that hard to deal with. Anyways, the first opponent we'll be fighting is Leo Beck. The second opponent is Nymph, and the last opponent is Elise on Cavalry class. So, anyways, the first opponent should be easy because he's a demon. You can imagine demons are gonna get destroyed by holy units. So let's get to this battle. We won't be able to reach him, but we could we could do this potentially. Actually, get right here. Give him 4 debuffs. That gets converted to his Raging Surge. And then attack, we'll use the shield bash to make sure that he doesn't hurt us. Okay, that's fine. We can take much damage. Okay, and then we can try to kill her. Yep, easy enough. And now it's down to the leaf, and leaf is out of range. We can just directly Yep, just like that. I mean, for me, it's not that difficult. So yeah, as long as you utilize his talent, like basically enables him to act again, you can just destroy your first opponent relatively quickly. And as long as your Ymir is holy. Because I know some people run him as demon, which is not a good idea for the majority of the content. Anyways, move on to phase 2. So let's see what are we going to deal with here. So anyways, the teams we have here is are the 3 opponents we've beaten earlier, okay, against the Ymir battle, and also the enemy Ymir is a demon, which yeah, kind of funny, come to think of it. And in this battle, we don't have to go offensively, but rather we'll go defensively here. That's where the Iron Fist comes to play. Well, of course, okay, so this guy doesn't have the single, like the 1C special skill, which is good for us because he won't act again for this battle, so just keep that in mind. Leo Beck has Contract, which will add a revive on those characters. Okay, so only 3 uses, interesting. So now we gotta think what to do here, because we do not want to get in the range too quickly. I have an idea. I'm gonna move Elise out of that spot, and then place some keys. And then I'm gonna move one tile back. And then I'm going to. And Leo back move out of the way. I don't want Nymph to splash us. And then put it on Elite. The opponent did the same as well. Okay. Thankfully, the opponent isn't going to take advantage of those like those keys that will be placed on the ground. And that enemy at least has Contract on, and okay, somehow my thing got cancelled. Okay, what the heck? Okay, then we're gonna attack Elise from the other side, and then go after the Leo Beck. I'm gonna grab the black hole and use those teams over there. I could have used that first, but whatever. Okay. Ymir, I'm going to, let's see, I'm gonna guard right here. Make sure those guys does not die. Wait. Okay, it was this one right here. I'm gonna AoE here. Kill Elise and also killing Leo back there. Okay, Ymir protecting. Perfect defense. Okay, Elise is going to attack like that, and that will enable him to act again next turn. If necessary. 必ずお前を見つける。敵の位置を教えてくれ。Right here and then go after him in. killing us. There we go.
君のために用意したごちそうが楽しみかい
Going to whip Elise.
感じる
Okay, and then I'm going to go use Elise and then AoE her
侵入を禁ず
to avoid melee combat. There we go. First time try. Like, first time clear, which is pretty nice. And that is how you unlock the Ymir's 3C skill. So anyways, hope you all find this video helpful and also didn't give you much trouble clearing this on your own. So anyways, see you all next time.